Right now, I got the answer with me.
Hi, I'm Micky. I play bass in the answer.
Cormac, I am singer in the answer.
Would you guys say the answer is rising quite high now with the popularity with hits in certain style?
Definitely on the way up, yeah. We managed to build up quite a good momentum, I think, here in Canada and in America over the last few months, you know, largely off the back of the AC/DC tour and the release of our album, Everyday Demons. I think as far as the kind of music that we play, you know, I think more and more young bands are getting into that kind of, you know, blues tinged rock and roll, that I wouldn't call exactly classic rock, but I would definitely say it's kind of keeping the flame alive, you know, and giving it a modern relevance. So it's exciting times for bands like ourselves, yeah.
How you guys like Guitar Hero and being inside Guitar Hero?
Yeah, it's
and having the kids, you know.
Yeah, it's such a great outlet to get, you know, bands like us out there, because they probably necessarily wouldn't hear of us, you know,
right,
the kids, through that. So, you know, it gets our name on there and they play away to our song, which is quite difficult, by the way. It's only in expert mode and we can't do it, you know. But you see all these kids doing it. It's pretty amazing to see, you know, kids playing your song on a computer game.
Did you get to play a song on Guitar Hero, and how good are you?
For a while, yeah. Yeah, we had it in the bus. We're not very good at it.
No? Probably like all the other musicians. They just can't get at it.
Yeah.
That's fine though.
I cracked beginner mode and that was it. Medium was too tough.
I think it's slightly easier for drummers and singers than it is for guitar players and bass players, ironically, you know. There you go.
You guys have been around since like 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
What was your background before that?
Well, before that, myself and Paul played in little pub bands together, just cover bands from when we were like 15, 16, and just playing from Chili Peppers songs to Deep Purple songs, you know, all across the board. We did that, and Cormac was also on the local scene in his band. Vinyl.
What a band.
When do you guys obtain fame, like the big push in the music industry?
You know, we as soon as the band formed, we decided that we were going to give it a proper shot, you know, and I think we were quite dedicated from the word go. But you know, you just build like any other band. You build from scratch, you know, and just kind of play as many gigs as you possibly can and build up a fan base on the local scene, and then on the more national scene around Northern Ireland and around Ireland. And you know, then you get that little break of luck somewhere along the line, and that took us over to London, and that's when we got our record deal. And from there, you know, we get into the studio, record the first album. We toured for 2 years constantly off the back of that second album, and you know, it's continued through to here and now. So it's been kind of a steady rise from the very early days, you know.
You guys, now that you're with AC/DC on the tour, do you find that just boosts you up another notch?
Yeah, it definitely gets us out there to much wider audiences. You know, it's not just these gigs, as you'll see the audience today, it's not just hard rockers, there's families and kids and all sorts of people coming to these gigs, so it's definitely a great outlet for, you know, the band's name to get up there, and, you know, people to become more familiar with us and hopefully go buy our album, Everyday Demons.
Your influences range from Led Zeppelin, there's some Rolling Stones in you guys, you know, in a sense. There's some AC/DC a little bit. What is the main influence of the answer? Like, is it, when I read in the back of this, it puts Led Zeppelin, Free and Tin Lizzy. Is that true?
That's right.
Is that your main influences?
They're definitely three of the main influences, yeah, there's no denying that. But you know, you have to understand the reason, you know, guys of our age discovered bands like that is from tracing back from the band we're into whenever we're teenagers growing up, you know, like the Soundgardens and the Pearl Jams and the Smashing Pumpkins. You know, you get into those guys and then you want to find out where they were getting their lead from, and you trace right back, you know, through the 80s and the 70s and 60s, and you know, you find bands like Led Zeppelin and Free, and then even further back than that, you discover some of that brilliant blues music, you know, from the 50s, you know, and 40s as well, you know, but Robert Johnson's and Howlin' Wolf, all that Delta blues and Chicago blues. You know, I think the four of us are the kind of guys that we like to form a full picture of you know, your heritage as musicians.
Right. Would you say this Never Too Late EP with the DVD added to it, added to sales? Like, do you find that a CD without a DVD sells as good?
Introduction to the actual band for America, because that was our first release over here. So we wanted to put something out that everybody could, you know, get to grips with what we're all about and realise that we're not just new in the scene, that we've been going for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Although we're very new over in this continent, we've been going for 8 or 9 years in the other continents. That's just a good introduction to the band.
Yeah, I think it's important that you give, you know, whoever's going to go to the record shop and buy your music or order it on the internet, it's important that you give a few extras out there to paint a fuller picture of what the band are about, you know. And these are all mediums that you know, should be exploited, and you know, I think it works. It benefits the band and it benefits the fan as well.
Would you say the internet has been a big help for the answer, like MySpace and all those sites?
Definitely, MySpace has taken a real rattling since the AC/DC tour began. You know, our members have just shut through the roof, you know.
Wow.
And it's a really valuable way of keeping in touch on a personal basis with people that come down to see your show, you know. And I mean, we're very active with our website, and we've recently began with Twitter as well, which is a great way, you know, to kind of
update
have
the people,
one-on-one conversations with people, you know.
Did you do Facebook yet? No. That is a little bit too much for now.
It's a bit too much. We don't have time for
Yeah.
this.
What do you guys do in your spare time? Let's say answer emails, fan mail.
Yeah, I mean, whenever we're on tour, there's a lot of press, obviously. We would be on, kind of trying to keep up to date with people that are trying to get in touch with us, you know. As I say, it's important to kind of form as personal a relationship with your fan base as possible.
Right.
But apart from that, you know, we like to drink tequila.
Yeah.
You know, we like to get out into the whatever time we're in and meet a few people, make some new friends.
Soak it up.
Exactly. I mean, it's
what type of tequila do you support?
Well,
Jose's a friend, isn't he?
yeah, I mean, not from any particular kind of quality test level. We would normally buy a litre and a half of Jose Cuervo and one of those margarita mixes, and you know, have a couple of days of bit of margarita madness, you know.
No Sammy Hagar tequila?
I've had Cabo Wabo recently.
We had a shot of Cabo Wabo the other day in Albany, actually. And then on the very odd occasion, someone would be really nice and buys a bottle of Patron.
Silver.
So it's good stuff.
Yeah. Your vocals, when did you discover that you had that range? That high range?
Or the day before?
Or last week? Did you always sing like that?
No, I think your range, you kind of have to keep pushing it, you know, at the top end and the low end. You know, try and give yourself a couple of extra notes, you know, every now and again, and you just gradually get stronger and stronger the more you use it. And you know, there's nothing like a couple of years of constant touring to really come to terms with your potential, you know, not just as a singer but the guys as well, they're playing.
Do you keep your voice healthy also?
Yeah, we try and look after it. You know, just a bit of common sense. I wouldn't be too, you know, too over the top with it all. But if I feel like my voice is getting put under a bit of strain, you know, that's whenever you kind of have to stop shouting your mouth off and maybe go easy on the tequila and the whiskey for a couple of days, you know.
Yeah.
Just a bit of, just knowing whenever it needs rested.
This is your first time in Canada?
No, we've been in Canada a few times now.
Toronto, Rogers Centre, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did Toronto, we did Vancouver as well. And you know, it's a nice part of the world.
Yeah, I like it.
People are friendly, and easy to get on with. We definitely, we feel maybe some kind of, like there's some similarities between the Irish and even the Europeans in a broader sense with the Canadians, which is nice.
You're from Ireland mostly.
Yeah, we're all from.
Do you always go back to Ireland after the tour and have your own house and do your thing? Go to the pub.
Yeah.
Local.
Absolutely, it's
the people in your hometown must look up to you guys.
I don't know about that.
No.
Northern Ireland, where we're from, keeps you very grounded. It's a perfect anecdote to kind of craziness of life on the road, to come back and just have a pint of Guinness in your local pub.
You Guinness. You like Guinness.
Oh yeah.
Did you taste any local beers yet?
We've got some in the fridge there, so later on.
Okay.
Got some lime tinted Bush.
What?
Don't know what that is.
I'm not sure if I'm fussed on the whole notion of it. I'm gonna try and fish out some Guinness later on, I think.
Right on. It's a pleasure talking to you guys.
You too.
And welcome to New Brunswick. I am from Nova Scotia, but still welcome to the East Coast, Maritimes.
Thank you. Good to be here. Well,
I'll
if
be
you were interviewing us after, we'd probably be saying something like, "I was absolutely getting amazing."
And it will be amazing.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, correctly?
Yeah.
Excellent.
The audience looks well up for it.
The audience should be big, 80,000 people, roughly.
80,000 of our closest Canadian friends.
Yes.